For years, President Mnangagwa has represented himself as a man firmly in control of Zimbabwe, a disciplined liberation war veteran, a master strategist, and ultimate survivor of ZANU-PF's brutal internal politics. But today, something has clearly changed. Behind the speeches, behind the reshuffles, behind the slogans of Zimbabwe is open for business, there are growing signs that President Mnangagwa's ZANU-PF grip on power is weakening. No collapsing overnight, but slowly, quietly, dangerously. In this video, we'll break down why Mnangagwa is losing control, who is gaining power instead, and what this means for Zimbabwe's future. Muri Zimbabwe tuti makadii mese pano pa chiviti chenyu patinge chikupa nyaya ma latest updates. Tauya nenyaya hombe yekuti Mnangagwa losing control. So chekutanga chatoti pinde nacho ndechekuti power is no longer centralized. One of the biggest signs of a weakening presidency is losing of centralized authority. In strong presidencies, power flows from the top downwards. In Zimbabwe today, power is fragmented. You now have competing power centers within ZANU-PF, military figures with growing independence, business elite operating above state authority. War veterans speak openly against government decisions. Mnangagwa is still president, yes, but he is no longer the unquestioned command center. This is dangerous in a system built on fear, loyalty, and hierarchy. Endless cabinet reshuffles signal a panic, not strength. Mnangagwa reshuffles minister constantly. On the surface, this look like leadership. In reality, it shows deep insecurity. Strong leaders build stable teams, delegates authority, reward competence. Weak leaders shuffle position endlessly, remove people before they become powerful, rule through uncertainty. Ministers today are afraid to make decisions, focused on pleasing the president, protecting personal interests instead of national policy. This led to policy paralysis. No one wants responsibility when tomorrow they could be fired. Military factor. Loyalty is no longer guaranteed. Zimbabwe's real power has always included the military. Mnangagwa himself rose to power in 2017 with the military backing. But here is the problem. The military does not support individuals forever. The military supports its own institutional interests. Signs of tension, including silence from the key military figures during the political crisis, growing independence of military-linked economic networks, reduced public visibility of undefined command loyalty. The army is not staged a coup, but it is no longer emotionally invested in Mnangagwa's survival. That's alone weaken him. So Zimbabwe zvinhu zvakawanda zviri panapa ndofunga muri kuona mune madivisions muZANU-PF, but ndo zvimwe zvishoma zvange tichida kuti tingokuonesai muzviridzo zvamunofunga tichienderera mberi nepati imwe, asi ndo zvinhu zvange tauya kuti tikuzivisei.